name is Side, but you can call me Side, and welcome, and for those returning, I see you, boo. Happy Friday, everyone. Director Kjun just dropped this week's Friday devlog and video to say it was worth the wait. Ooh, your girl. Yes, it was worth the wait. With that being said, he's basically confirmed that the May update has now been pushed back to June. He hasn't given any specifics beyond that, so look forward to seeing all of this content plus some this upcoming June. So as sad as it may be, we're not getting a May update. I'm okay with it as long as they get as much stuff as possible in the game that or in this update that they wanted to put in here based off of the community feedback. So I'm okay with it. Again, I'm still and will always be team let them cook. Here, I'll also read his message, then we'll go into the video he posted and break it down because your girl went ahead and bust out the handy dandy Google Translate for this one. I sure the heck did because there was a lot of stuff that was covered, but unfortunately he does not have the voiceover in this video. He does go to explain it and I will read it out to you guys, but yeah, that's the reason why I had to make sure I get the Google Translate to just go ahead and get in here and do it for you, Kjun. Don't worry, boo, I got you. Anyway, let's get right into it. Hi everyone, it's been a while since I first introduced our concept shots for inZOI school gameplay. All the feedback you gave us helped us improve the system for a hopefully better introduction. We have worked quite a bit since then and would like to show you our current status. I imagine we will continue to make improvements even after its first showcase in June. So please continue to give us feedback in the comments on what looks good and what we can do to make it even better. Just like last time, we'll have a calming music in the background as we show some footages and screenshots of the school gameplay. Thank you again for watching today's video and I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I'll see you all in my reply next week. Kjun. Now he says under here, P.S. If you are wondering why today's video doesn't have my voiceover, I was about to export the voice file for today's script, but then I realized our subscription for the voice generation tool we use had not been renewed. And since everyone has left the office for the weekend, I couldn't get help to get our subscription renewed. We'll have the voice tool available again next week and you'll get to hear my voice then. Apologies and thank you for your understanding. So yeah, he doesn't have voiceover in this video, but that will not keep us from dissecting it and just seeing what all is going to be in the update. Now, I would like to point out that this is a 6-minute video. So I'm going to be doing a lot of pausing and showing on the screen different screenshots I took with my Google Translate where I let the translator translate over a lot of things. These are the translated words, not necessarily what the translation for what's being said truly, because some of the stuff in here is wild that was translated and I don't think that is truly what the Korean version of what is being translated is. So again, take a lot of what this translation is or what is being translated with a grain of salt. Anyway, let's just get into the video. So before I hit the play button for this video, I do want to let you guys know that in the very beginning, I did not translate these with, or I didn't take the pictures for the translation with the translation on here. So it won't have a screenshot for this one, but essentially this one is going to be more for like the showing that they have new school actions, taking classes, that the sign for the teacher, taking the test, and there are going to be different interactions based off of your Zoi's traits. Specifically, one of them is, I'm guessing is slacker. And so she was like, my eyelids are heavy, or she was probably tired and she decided to take a nap during her test. So it was very interesting. I really do like how they did this. But yeah, what really is exciting me is that they're possibly putting more effort into children gameplay as well with this one. So because at the very beginning, they're going to be showing you children in the school setting. And I am not going to lie, I was geeked for that because I was like, oh yes, they're going to give us children as well, having access to the school beyond just a rabbit hole. And I don't know if that's going to also translate over into the university. I didn't see any of that. Well, mainly because young adults and teenagers are pretty much the same height, so you can't even tell. So yeah, again, I do hope that whatever they decide to do with this, that they are going to be fleshing it out for not only just the children, but as well as for young adults when they're in college. Because one of the big things that people were critiquing about the game not fleshing out or putting fundamentals first for was making sure that young adults graduate from college. And so as much as I understand that, I believe they do too, because I'm really sure that a lot of people were making, points or comments about it. So anyway, let me hit start and let me start rambling. Oops. So as you see, this is the new school taking classes action here. This is the children and the teacher. They're so cute, but she's getting on in one of them. And this one right here is them taking a test. So very much like that. You can seem like, it seems like they're up late taking tests or prepping for it. This is one where the ZOI, I am 100% certain that this ZOI is a slacker. And this one, he is very dedicated and focused, as you can see. He's excited, but he's also got focused, and he's just hungry, but he's locked in. Now this one right here shows that, so basically it says that if you're in a class and you are these different model types or these different personality archetypes, you would want to take a picture of yourself in the classroom. The one that got me was the Wicked Catholic. That one is funny as heck to me. I'm pretty sure that is not what they meant when they put it there, but more of like a goody two shoes, or someone that believes that their image should be shown off of how well or how good they are and stuff like that. So Wicked Catholic is crazy, but again, translations are weird, very weird, especially with Google Translate. It's not concrete. But yeah, let me know down in the comment sections if any Korean speaking people are on my channel and know what that specifically says outside of Google Translate. That would be very helpful. However, I do find that freaking funny, freaking Wicked Catholic. Oh my god. But yeah, anyway, that's what this one means. So let's continue the video. Now this one right here is if during class and if the student is rebellious, out loud, malicious, or self-righteous, basically feeling like they are owed something. So I'm guessing this is more for what is it called? Authoritarian ZOIs. And I'm thinking this is what that was supposed to be translated to with the Wicked Catholic and the self-righteous is people that are authoritarian, not leaders, but anyone that's kind of like in those kind of headspaces will stop whatever they're doing and will get any want to talk back to the teacher. So I like this. This is very realistic because I have been in the classroom where kids thought that they knew more and knew better than the teachers and would go off on the teachers and stuff. And sometimes they will be right, but more times than not that they will be very wrong. And yeah, so continue. Now this one right here says that the teacher is teaching. So as this ZOI right here is standing right here, they're supposed to be sitting at their desk, but I guess they couldn't be bothered. And you know what? I also noticed that all of these students are female. Interesting. I wonder if we'll be able to like do settings in the school so that we can have like private schools or like make our own schools basic. I don't know if they'll even give us a system like that, but that would be so freaking cool where we can have girl private schools, boy private schools, stuff like that. But right here, this is showing the teacher is teaching in front of the class. So that's really, really cool. I like that. And here's the screenshots. Girl, me. Me. And crazy enough that I say this is that I actually was an excellent test taker back in high school. Actually, it didn't even matter for me all the way from elementary up to high school. And again, you're going to get a little snippet of how Psy is. Psy didn't give two crummy crackers about school. I'm gonna be honest with you. And it's not because I felt like I was better than anybody else, because I did not. In fact, I had a lot of self-esteem issues. Anyway. But I just felt like with how some teachers taught, it was not engaging enough for me. Now, there were some teachers that were very engaging. I really did like how they taught things. They made the classroom or the classwork much more fun. It wasn't just a job to them. And those teachers, I did receive more, I would say educational benefit from them. And then there were some that just used it as their job. They weren't passionate. And I typically was just like, okay, and would zone out a lot during those class lectures or whatever you want to call them. And 9 times out of 10, I would go and look over the content myself or content clues it. Honestly, I got through high school and everything like that through content clues. And in fact, a teacher taught me how to do this. She was my 10th grade English teacher. And I didn't realize that I was doing this already, but she showed me an easier way to do it. Because basically, you don't have to read the entire text. Just read certain things about it and you can context clue pretty much everything, unless you feel like you still don't understand what is being said to you. Then you might have to go back and read through it. And it has helped me in a lot of ways to get most of my work done. And that woman, she was so rough and tough on me because she wanted me to excel and do more. Because she's like, I had a lot of teachers like her in a sense, or not a lot of them, but I had a good amount of them that's you have so much potential, you should do so much more. And I was thinking to myself, what for? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, besides my basics that I've got, like English, language, history, math, but besides that, I was completely fine with just being average. Getting what I wanted to get on my test, just getting my A's if I get them, get my B's if I get them. For me, that was enough, because I didn't want to excel in something that people would not give two rusty nickels about when I got older. And I was pretty much right on that, because no matter how well you did in school, no matter if you was class Victorian or if you were valedictorian or whoever the Victorians were, unless you were like getting in a position or a job that just requires to have this whatever. And I didn't have any aspirations for such a thing, to be honest. In fact, the one thing I did want to do, I couldn't even do, which was interior design. But because of where I lived, it wasn't taught. And so I just like, whatever, and so I didn't even get to go. It's crazy. I didn't ever get to go into interior design, but I do enjoy interior design. It's a little hobby I like to do whenever I want to do it. And it's translated over into inZOI and some Sims-like games. So I'm still doing what I want to do, I guess. Now it's in a different format. I do it through YouTube videos, but we're not going to come from my house, by the way, that I did for my Let's Play. She was working with $10,000. I did the best I could. Okay. So we're not coming for that one. But if you go onto my canvas, and you can see that I did design a Book Nook store that I am very proud of. I enjoyed making that. So if you want to judge me, but judge me on that one. Anyway, I digress. I am getting way off topic, but the point being is that this student space is kind of how I felt for a lot of my classes, not necessarily because the work was super hard, not because the tests were hard, but because it was understimulating for me. And I just was like, a lot of times just kind of breezing through. Yeah, that was the point I was trying to make. Anyway. Now here is a Zoe doing presentations. Now this is not the teacher career, so don't get your hopes up for this. This is not what this is for. This is them basically going back over the lecture part of the the businesses update, and they're going back in and just adding these different things in and refining them, giving them more life than what they had. So as you can see, the Zoe right here is lecturing on level 1 to 3, and as they're presenting, they don't have as much movement or confidence. And then this one here is they have a little bit more, even though they're uncomfortable. And then this is his level 10 version of him teaching the class. So I'm gonna go play it through. He has more confidence. He has a swagger. Same thing for this Zoe right here. Now this is the school lunch. You just pick it up. Now, one thing I am kind of sad about is that we don't have a lunch lady or a lunch attendant serving the lunch, or at least having a register right here where we can go and talk to her and they hand over the lunch like right here. I really hope one day that they just go ahead and just give us, kiosks / not kiosks, but like cashiers or someone that's standing at the at a register or something like that and giving us our meals when we're going to restaurants to get the meals and stuff, kind of like what they got with a Golden Apple Burger. Add the human touch to a lot of these interactions, because this is so unrealistic that she's go over here to the lunch thing and picks up her food and there's no one back there attending. Like, who's making this food? A ghost? So maybe this is just the first iteration of it. Maybe they'll add it on later on. We'll have to see. Anyway, this area right here is showing the different type of meals. So this is the good meal and this is the bland meal. I'm gonna tell you right now, how dare you say a slice of pizza is the bad meal? How dare you? Pizza, I don't know about y'all, but I grew up in the 90s / early 2000s for school and stuff like that. And the pizza day was the best day. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, the hamburgers were dry. Hamburger day was dry. There were some dry burgers. But pizza day, bussin'. straight up in your mouth nostalgia. Oh my goodness. I recently watched a YouTube video of someone making the school lunches, and he did the pizza one. And watching him bite into that pizza and him just being sent back to the nostalgia of eating the school pizzas made me just think, like, becoming nostalgic right along with him, because I could just imagine how I remember that taste in my mouth of the pizza. Like, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't like Pizza Hut or Papa John's or Little Caesar, or even though granted Little Caesar is more what it is, but I enjoy Little Caesar. Fight me, whatever. Domino's, it's not like any of those pieces. It was so very different, but different in a good way that made you enjoy what you were eating. And honestly, it's probably the only meal that I would even go into the cafeteria to get during high school, because for the most part I skipped lunch every time through high school because I could not stand the food there after a lot of different other things was switched up. Some stuff was okay, but then it got worse. Like the quality of food got worse. So anyway, let's continue. Now here you can see that he's eating the good meal and she's eating the sad one. And it says there's a 20% chance that the food ends up tasting bad. So see, and she gets hawking up. She's like, ah, that's nasty. And she can actually go back later and say that it was gross. Now here is the art class. And the teacher is actually going to be talking and instructing them as they do art. Now, this one was so funny to me. This right here is basically saying that if your ZOIs do well or have a really good masterpiece, they'll get praised for it. And if it is not, which is indicated here where this is bad, other ZOIs will actually come around and be like, what the heck is that? And it's so funny having this translated out, and I'll just put it up on the screen so you guys can see it, the different pictures of these conversations. So, and it's really funny to me. So yeah. Like they are ruthless. They were ruthless. Specifically this heifer right here, she was ruthless. Just like, dang. And then this girl back here, she tried to play it off like, whatever, but you can definitely tell these are bullies, god dang it. Bullies. Like, being mean to her because her painting didn't come out as great. I mean, it still looks good from some kind of perspective, I suppose. But I'm like, why are we hating? Why are we hating? Now, this one right here is about scientists and failed experiments. And so now they're going to be giving us more flesh and stuff out of the careers here. I like this. And this is the cheerleading. Oh my goodness, so very cute. So this one is considered the failed side, and this is is doing good side. I can't tell much of the failed side from this for the females, but you can see it here. Oh. And this is going to be based off of different cities and how the cheer will be different for each place. This is them doing practice. Anyway. Now this is the more thought out, bigger, or not bigger, but more difficult choreography routine. And I like this. And the little pom-poms, the way they shake them is so cute. And it looks like they shimmer each time you shake them. Look at it. It's like they got physics a little bit. They really ate with those animations. And then the football player too. I like that they had him back in the bag. Now, from what I'm telling from this is supposed to be called physical contact, is what it was saying, what it was translated to. I can see that this is more of an animation kind of thing, not they're going to be actually tackling each other and doing full football plays or whatever. So, yeah. At least there's something in here and people can work with. And they can get, the girls and the guys can do it together or against each other and stuff. Same thing with the football here. This is going to be another one of those very short animations that they can do. And this is the different clothes. So I'm guessing they're going to be having soccer here, but I didn't see any soccer or anything like that, just American football so far. And the cheerleading outfits. And the tiara for the prom queen. And graduation outfits. So nice. And for the kids too. So this is, and this is the basketball court or the gymnasium, and it can be repurposed into a graduation hall. So I really do like that. I hope that this is an event that, you know, pops up and it populates itself without us having to decorate it, because that could be very annoying doing this by hand. And this is the prom area. Now, I don't know where this prom part is. I don't know if it's in Dowan or Bliss Bay or Chahaya, but I hope each one has its own specific design and look. Now, this one here is saying that the graduation upon good completion, or that the graduates got a better score or whatever like that. That at least that's what it was kind of translating to, that they graduated with honors and are being awarded their graduation certificate or their diploma. And this is them celebrating. I like that. The little dance right here. Him. Go ahead, boy. And this is just different little screenshots, I'm guessing, of Zois, teenage Zois interacting with one another. This mask is crazy. I like it. They keep showing this mask. And then, oh, distressed legging or stockings. Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you for the distressed stockings. Looks so good, bro. And this right here is for meetups. So if you want to have your Zoi go on a little date with their little significant other, specifically, not just specifically, but like for teenagers, this is a dating prompt here. And as you can see, he's asking her out and she's like, yeah, or whatever. And this is a different interaction. Now, I don't remember if when your Zoi is sitting on the couch, if they just automatically, where did it go? Okay. It disappeared so quickly and went to the next one, which is just showing the other prospects of the date. Now, this one was so funny to translate right here, because basically she brought up another person. So I don't know, she might have brought up someone that they went to school with, and she kind of was like, yeah, so-and-so. And it made her significant other over here, her little boyfriend, like a little jealous. And he was like, what the heck, she talking to me about that motherfucker? And she's like, oh shit, I done messed up. That's basically what I'm getting out of that. And she's like, all right, let me bounce. And then again, here's another one where she's asking him what she called him, and they're meeting up at her house. And he's going over there, and there they go, sitting on the couch. They're having a conversation and talking. And you're gonna see right here that instead of them getting up to back on the couch, they're gonna do the same interactions on the couch. I don't know if they have this already in the game or not, but they're just going right into the interaction instead of getting up and then sitting back down to do the interaction. I like that. Again, I'm gonna have to check to see, make sure that they actually do this in the game already. Oh, he's leaving because and I saw that. I peeped that. But yeah, I guess he wanted to leave because he stank or something. But yeah, and it depends on how this over here goes when they're, you know, doing things. If the Zoi is in a good mood or not after the date, that will determine how the date basically turns out. See, she's frustrated, he's sad or feeling uncomfortable because he's hungry. And they're having a good time and laughing and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, oh my goodness, I like what I'm seeing so far. It's more than just a school update. It is adding more social interaction between Zois, specifically teens, in the game, and I do like that a lot. And like always, let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel about this Friday devlog update. Do you feel like it's assuaged a lot of your different fears about how the update is going to be? Does it make you feel like, oh yes, I can't wait? Tell me and let me know down in the comment section. Anyways, and like always, if you like my content and want to support your girl, leave a like, comment, or subscribe for more vids like these where I go over and cover most Wednesday and Friday devlog posts. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.